My best friend and I have played Madlibs since we were kids, and we often play them together as adults on road trips. We're always looking for ways to make them even more interesting and funny, and now that AI art has arrived on the scene, it was a perfect match. So here's how this works. We send each other the words for a Madlib. We then enter those words into our Madlibs, and we run each sentence through MidJourney to create art to go along with it. Then, we get together, share what we created, and hilarity ensues. Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new, please come in and make yourself at home. My name is Paddycake, and welcome to Paddycake Games. It's the penultimate episode of Season 1 of MidJourney Madlibs, and with me, as always, is my co-host in this endeavor and my best friend, Brent. How you doing tonight?
Lovely. Salutations, lads and lasses.
So we are going to waste no time and get right into this. If you guys don't know how Madlibs work, it's really simple. It's just a big block of text with some blanks in it. The blanks ask for certain parts of speech. We ask for those parts of speech from our partner. Our partner sends those parts of speech to us. We plug them into the stories. And then, for added measure, we take those sentences and we put them into MidJourney and generate AI-generated art based on our Madlibs, which come out very silly and funny and sometimes quite beautiful. We never really know. Before we start, if you look down below the video, if you click on the like button and the subscribe button, that will really help us out. And also click the notification bell. That way you'll always be notified when new videos are posted to the channel. We have so much coming up. We have so much down the pike. We have so many ideas. You guys, seriously, click the notification bell because I don't know when they're going to launch. We haven't thought that far ahead yet. But we are going to do lots of other stuff, and it's going to be great. You're first tonight. Go ahead and get started.
Tonight's episode is called Food for Thought, Part 1.
Interesting that you're doing a Part 1, and there's not going to be a Part 2 until Season 2.
It's a cliffhanger!
It's a cliffhanger!
As part of our season finale week extravaganza, I've got an extra long one for you.
Okay.
And by that, I mean there is literally a sentence for every single word that Patty gave me. Ever notice how many of our everyday expressions relate to food and drink? Here are some of our favorite bites of wisdom.
So it's definitely in the style of the Brady Bunch. Although, yeah, obviously it's the gay Brady Bunch because...
Oh, you noticed that too. I was like, there are way too many dads here and no moms.
There's two dads and the maid is dad too. Because Alice is usually in the middle.
This is just Full House. But none of your words are in this, by the way. Okay. But I still felt like this would be a great...
It's great.
You're the apple of my backside.
Apple butthole.
That's the only one that did anything remotely like that. Even though it looks more like a giant raspberry.
Oh my god, it looks like corn. Which is more butthole references.
And I love that there's all these girls who are basically the same.
They're
girl
all the same
in
girl
different
with
poses.
different poses and slightly different hairstyles, but all mostly the same. Yeah.
All right. He's as drippy as a cucumber.
Oh. What did he get into? Looks like he barfed all over his chest.
I chose this one because I felt like this looked the most like any of them, and it looks like Peter to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Peter Brady, obviously, and maybe it was a crossover episode between the Brady Bunch, and you can't do that on television.
I bit off more than I can drink.
Why are the guys on the left so surprised? And then the girl at the bottom, she's drunk and disgusted. She's like, ugh, gross.
And this other guy, I swear, the one off to the side there.
Yeah, the one.
He looks like he's drinking like cooking oil.
Yeah, well, that, and it also, like, the guy on the right-hand side, he's like Ted from Airplane, who has a drinking problem. It never goes in his mouth. He's about to pour it on the side of his head.
You can't have your potato chips and eat them, too. There's these bowls of chips, and we're going to pretend they don't look like pork and beans. But let's just... These are bowls of chips, and they're all completely untouched.
Right.
Like, they have them.
But they can't eat
them.
They can't eat them. They have them, but they can't eat them. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, because everything is pristine. Nothing has any hand marks in it.
Yeah,
They haven't even opened the bag of
Grandma.
what looks like Orida.
Yeah, I was gonna say Grandma's not holding potato chips. She's holding a bag of frozen Orida potatoes because that's exactly what that is. Now the box in the front, that yellow box, that could be some brand of potato chips that comes in a box, but I've never seen potato chips that came in a box before.
To me, it looks almost like the Texas toast that's frozen.
Yeah,
or
it does.
Looks like a pre-made grilled cheese sandwich that you just pop in the oven.
It doesn't. But does it come with a helicopter? That's the question.
She dropped him like a stupid potato.
Oh. So this was the episode of the Brady Bunch where they were, animated like Bratz characters with gigantic heads and tiny bodies.
That is a stupid looking potato.
It is a stupid looking potato. It looks like a ball of pie dough.
They were full of the eye drops of human kindness.
Oh, poor girl, the top left. What the heck did she do to her face? And everyone's eyes are closed except for her.
But look, they look like they're bottles.
I know. I just noticed that the two boys at the bottom right and the bottom left have bottlenecks coming out of the top of their head.
So they're full of the eye drops of human kindness.
So full that they've become bottles holding them. They're so full.
He was born with a silver coffee mug in his mouth.
Oh my God. This reminds me of like when we were kids. It's like, you like seafood? Yeah, I like seafood.
But he has a coffee mug in there. Poor guy. It's as bloated as molasses in January.
Oh. Loompa, loompa, doopity.
I'm like, is that his stomach?
I don't know. Or is that just a print on his shirt?
That's really big now. And all the kids are looking at him like, you are definitely bloated.
Right? God. And it looks like it looks like really bad Photoshop too, because all those kids have white outlines around them.
I will say that this time there is someone who looks like a Brady in the picture.
The top right?
Yeah, that looks like Greg.
Yep. Sure does.
I mean,
it looks a lot like Greg.
Not for all the tea in the closet.
Not for all the tea in the closet. It's definitely like a sitcom where they're all hiding in the closet to keep the neighbor from seeing them or something. And they all have to cram in the one spot because no one thinks to hide in other places. There's another small interesting detail. The half-face girl at the bottom, is she like just lower than everyone else, or is she actually coming out of the teacup? Because she has like the lid of the teacup on top of her head.
I just assumed she was just kind of squatted down there. And the one with the white eye looks a little bit like Frances McDormand.
Yeah, she does.
I feel like I'm pumping on eggshells.
That's not how you do it.
Half a dunce cap is better than none.
That's not half a dunce cap. That's like the king of all dunce caps.
Well, if you stop and look, this guy over here.
Oh, it looks flat on his head. You're right.
Yes, it looks like he just has like the side of it that looks like the dunce cap, but he doesn't have the whole thing. So, if you take the picture just right,
yeah,
half a dunce cap is better than none.
That is very true. And then the guy next to you can just compensate for your lack of dunce cap by wearing one that's larger than anyone else's.
Too many lion tamers boil the broth.
That was that episode of the Brady Bunch when they had the lion tamer on. The lion got loose in the house.
I had to do this one because this most looked like a scene from a sitcom.
It does. It really does. They're shocked.
I can even picture the lion being like shocked too.
Right, because he has a shocked look on his face, so even the lion's shocked. And then, of course, his two handlers behind him, they from the set of Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Out of the frying pan, into the microphone. Well, they did have a whole thing with them singing.
That's true.
So.
They did. They in the movie, it was on a plane, but that was funny.
Don't bite the tooth that feeds you.
Oh God! Jan Dunn came out of the counter and tried to bite Marsha's head off. And Marsha kind of looks like what's his name? Eric Stoltz's character from Mask. What was his name? Rocky? Was that his name?
I think
it was Rocky.
So there are a lot of pieces of art, but there were so many honorable mentions that we had to bring out. So this one is you can't have your potato chips and eat them too.
And apparently that also may apply to popcorn. And is it a hamburger bun or is it peanut brittle? Because it's a little of both.
It looks like one of those hamburger buns that have the little onion pieces on top. You know, a man and a woman and a little girl, but it's really like an old lady.
The little girl looks like an old lady. Oh my God, that hair!
She drops him like a stupid potato. So
my God.
They were full of the eye drops of human kindness. This was originally the winner. This was originally the winner, but there's a reason why it's in the honorable mentions because it goes together. I don't know what's going on with their eyebrows.
So strange.
Also, they are all blue-eyed.
Yeah, they are.
It's as bloated as molasses in January. But now we're gonna go back. It's almost like the same product almost. Eye drops shouldn't look like ketchup, and I don't think that molasses should look like ketchup either.
No, it should not. No, now they're action figures.
Not for all the tea in the closet.
Well, at least it makes more sense for them to be in a closet when they're knickknacks, that are being put away on a shelf. It makes a little bit more sense.
They all have tea in them, maybe. They're tea cozies.
Oh, the little tea cozies, yeah.
It's weird and fabulous.
I love it. And there's a ginger in the family now. That's new.
Yeah. And
okay.
This is. I feel like I'm pumping on eggshells.
Okay. She got
Get
weird.
a load of these legs.
She's got some weird ass legs and feet.
Yeah. Those some long.
Long legs and some long
did
socks.
Stretch Armstrong have a girlfriend? 'Cause I think this is her.
Oh,
Don't bite
God.
the tooth that feeds you.
Oh, now, okay, the creepiest thing about this is the fact that there is someone holding the head. You can see the hand holding the head on the side and pushing it towards the other girl's head. And she's opening her mouth and welcoming it. It's also a very bold fashion choice to wear napkins on your shirt.
I was wondering about that fashion statement. Out of the frying pan, into the microphone.
You shoved it a little too hard, dude. It's not supposed to go through the chin.
Well, I'm going to let you know. We might have a little surprise for y'all in just a bit.
All right, well, my Madlib tonight is Zombie Invasion in the style of Giovanni Boccaccio. Now, what's interesting is Boccaccio is not really known for his drawing and painting all that much. He's mostly known for his writing. It's funny that I get a lot of stuff from this that looks very period, and then stuff that looks completely out of period. Dear Aunt Noodle Roni. Aunt Noodle Roni, your hair's on fire. Just saying.
I thought that was like her.
Or her hair goes straight up in the middle. One or the other. Kind of looks like smoke to me, but yeah. Dear Aunt Noodle Roni, I hope this pile of cats gets to you. I might be the last person on planet Ladder. And
They're so cute.
Well, there's a person in there somewhere, because there's human hands coming out of the bottom right. I don't know what those human hands are attached to. I don't know if they're attached to one of the cats, or if there's a human under there and the cats are all piled on top of them. I don't know.
That is very cute.
It's really boisterous here because of all the zombies.
What is she eating?
I don't know. It's a nice plate of meatballs.
It looks a lot like the meatballs that I get at the watershed in Numan.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. That was one of my favorites that I got. There's several in here. There's some of the favorite things that I've ever made. But yeah, this one I thought was really great. They aren't like the polka dotted zombies we used to watch on TV. So we have little Harley Quinn zombie on the right with her pink and green hair, and then
Is that Poison
so
Ivy?
so a little explanation about the zombie girl on the left. So in the smaller version of the picture, she was polka dotted, and that's why I blew this one up. But when I blew it up, all the polka dots turned into nipples. So we've got nipple zombie.
I didn't notice that until then. I thought, okay.
And I don't know what's in her hair. It looks like there's like maybe robin's eggs in her hair.
No, robin's eggs are blue.
I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, they actually eat buggers and spaghetti and meatballs. It looks like the meatballs the girl was eating earlier. Kind of a little creepy.
Oh. And what is next to him?
I don't know. That's the buggers, I think.
Him? Is it its pet? Is he feeding it?
I don't know.
It's a brain.
Yeah.
It's a brain on a pile of
Guts.
hammer meat.
I saw one of them skydive with a Canadian goose the other day.
What is it in 4 arms? What is it in arms? Is that an insect?
It was more mean than scary.
Yeah, he just comes a little normal. Except that sawtooth thing. Her headdress is something else.
I know, right? It's like it's sewn together bits of green leather, and what are those things poking out of the side of it? They're supposed to be like horns on her head or something, or are they part of the headdress?
I didn't even notice those. That's hilarious. Maybe she's a satyr.
Yeah, so it was more mean than scary, but sometimes I think, what would Hugh Jackman do in my situation? I got so many great pictures of Hugh Jackman here, but this one was my favorite.
This looks a lot like Lucius Malfoy.
Oh, it does kind of. Without the blonde wig.
Jason
Isaacs?
Yeah,
Jason Isaacs. I think that he would say, I have the power!
That's one way of portraying He-Man, I suppose.
It's time to get out our worms and save the world.
Who is this dude?
I don't know.
Is this like the male version of Poison Ivy?
I don't know. But, well, no, because it's worms. Those red things are worms.
And I'm talking about his head.
Oh, yeah, he has like
green
foliage. Stuff. Yeah, and he's coming out of foliage too, but it's like red worms.
Is that a fish?
Yeah, there's a fish thing coming out of the ground there. There's a root thing on the other side. And then there's a worm that's like just hanging out on top of the building on the roof over there.
Yeah.
I hope this letter isn't too horrid. I'm apparently writing to you on my forehead.
She has way too much makeup on. It is like,
Please tell Uncle Pantaloons that I say hello. Uncle Pantaloons is a bit of a flop.
does not look happy with his dog. You know who he kind of looks like? He looks a little bit like Veronica Mars's dad.
Are you going anywhere this Christmas present? I went through like 6 different iterations of this prompt trying to get something that wasn't just a boring Renaissance face, and then this one came up with the white pom-poms and the red hat, and I was like, it's Christmas. Of course. Of course she'd wear the red hat with the white pom-poms. It's Christmas.
These little elves back here in the green dress. It's just epic.
I'd go to a random pond, but I think there's too many zombies there.
Oh my goodness.
So this, I had to choose this one. There's nothing funny about this. This is one of my favorite pieces of horror art that I've ever made in MidJourney. I think it's beautiful. It's so good.
It's just phenomenal. As a matter of fact, I don't necessarily see these as like your typical evil zombies. These look like they're on a pilgrimage. They're trying to
interesting.
get to or from somewhere. Because they're coherent. They're wearing backpacks. They're prepared.
Mm-hmm.
They're clearly zombies.
And they're doing things that zombies don't normally do, like, especially that one in the front. He's got the backpack, and he's got his hand up like he's holding the strap to release some of the pressure so it doesn't hurt when he's carrying it. I mean, zombies wouldn't do that. That's something that someone who's thinking would do. Have a good otter. Love, Pablo.
Wow. That's so great. I love those armbands, the cuffs, the
big poofy
flowers
sleeves
on the front.
Yeah, it's super nice and detailed. It's really nice.
Like, I want to see all of them. Oh, that's great.
All right, so here are some dishonorable mentions. This first one is they even eat boogers and spaghetti and meatballs.
Now that definitely looks like spaghetti.
Uh-huh.
The booger thing here is great.
It looks like something from Jim Henson. Like, this is a Jim Henson character.
Yes.
Oh, this is I'd say I have the power. I don't know why they made him the Pope. This is the other zombie one. This is the random pond with too many zombies. I also really, really like this one. But these just look like zombies. They're just wandering aimlessly. That is it. That is it for our Pride and Prejudice and Zombies pictures from the zombie invasion in the style of Giovanni Boccaccio. That will do it for tonight's episode of MidJourney Madlibs. Thank you for coming by and watching our show, and thank you, Brent, for hosting this with me. It's always fun. I love this. Okay, so be sure that you tune in Thursday, because Thursday is the season finale of season 1 of MidJourney Madlibs. And not only do we have a great show lined up, but we've got a couple of surprises, because we're going to be previewing some of the stuff that we're going to be doing next season on Thursday. So you don't want to miss that on the episode. But that's it. Make sure you click like and subscribe at the bottom, and give Junebug some pats. And we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Like and subscribe.
Nope.
Like and subscribe. Like and prescribe. No. Like and subscribe.